Any destroyer is an imposing presence on the open sea. But this ship stands in a league of its own. The US Navy's Zumwalt-class destroyer is not only larger and more advanced than its peers, but also carries a staggering price tag that makes it one of the most expensive warships ever built. A true leviathan of the modern battlefield, it merges cutting-edge stealth technology with overwhelming firepower, allowing it to operate undetected until the moment it chooses to strike. The Zumwalt-class destroyer was conceived to address emerging threats in 21st century naval warfare, where traditional surface combatants faced increasing vulnerabilities. By the late 90s and early 2000s, the US Navy recognized a strategic gap. Its existing fleet of Arleigh Burke-class destroyers and Ticonderoga-class cruisers excelled in anti-air and ballistic missile defense, but they lacked the necessary stealth, firepower, and survivability for shore bombardment, land attack, and littoral operations in heavily contested environments. With adversaries developing advanced anti-ship missiles, over-the-horizon radars, and long-range coastal defenses, conventional warships became more susceptible to detection and preemptive strikes. The Zumwalt was designed to counter these threats through stealth technology, advanced firepower, and automation, significantly reducing its radar cross-section while maintaining high-endurance combat capabilities. The USS Zumwalt is one of the largest and most advanced destroyers ever built, with a length of 610 feet, making it longer than the Arleigh Burke-class destroyer by nearly 100 feet. Despite its massive size, Zumwalt's stealth-focused tumblehome hull design reduces its radar cross-section to that of a much smaller vessel, enhancing its survivability in contested environments. The ship has a beam of 80.7 feet, providing a broad deck area that accommodates advanced weapon systems and future upgrades. The vessel's deep draft of 27.6 feet allows for survivability in rough seas, critical for long-range missions and precision strikes. The Zumwalt-class destroyer displaces approximately 15,997 long tons fully loaded, making it the largest US Navy surface combatant since the Cold War-era nuclear-powered cruisers. This massive displacement is due in part to the ship's integrated power system, advanced weaponry, and extensive automation, which reduces crew size to around 175 personnel, less than half the crew required for an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer. The combination of size, stealth, and advanced technology allows the Zumwalt to operate as a multi-role combat platform, capable of executing deep-strike land attacks, anti-ship warfare, and future high-energy weapon integration. The Zumwalt-class destroyer is a radical departure from traditional warship designs, engineered from the ground up to be the stealthiest large surface combatant ever built. At the core of its low observability is the tumblehome hull design, a structure that angles inward as it rises above the waterline, drastically reducing the ship's radar cross-section. Unlike conventional hulls that reflect radar waves in multiple directions, the Zumwalt's sleek, sloped surfaces deflect electromagnetic signals away from enemy sensors, making it appear as a small fishing boat on radar despite its massive 15,997-ton displacement. Complementing this, the ship's deck house is constructed from composite materials, further minimizing radar reflections and absorbing radio waves to enhance stealth characteristics. The vessel's integrated mass structure eliminates the need for multiple external antennas and sensors, which would otherwise increase detectability. In addition to radar stealth, acoustic and infrared signature reduction plays a crucial role in the Zumwalt's survivability. Its integrated power system, which generates 78 megawatts of electricity, operates using dual Rolls-Royce MT-30 gas turbines paired with advanced electric drive motors, significantly reducing engine noise compared to conventional mechanical drive warships. This makes the Zumwalt far harder to detect via underwater sonar, reducing vulnerability to submarine-launched torpedoes. The exhaust system is also designed for low infrared emissions, making it harder for heat-seeking missiles and thermal imaging systems to lock onto the ship. The ship's modular vertical launch system and weapon stations are recessed into the hull and deck, keeping its profile smooth and minimizing any protrusions that could reflect radar waves. Unlike previous destroyer designs, Zumwalt's stealth extends beyond just detection avoidance. It also improves survivability in combat. The ship's sloped superstructure reduces the likelihood of successful missile strikes, as projectiles are more likely to glance over the hull rather than penetrate it directly. Even its deck equipment is hidden behind angular panels, ensuring that nothing compromises its stealth profile. These innovations allow Zumwalt-class destroyers to operate closer to enemy coastlines and high-threat environments without being easily detected, making them ideal for precision strikes, special operations support, and intelligence gathering. Despite its size and firepower, the Zumwalt is arguably one of the most elusive and survivable surface warships in modern naval history, redefining what is possible in stealth warship design. The Zumwalt-class destroyers represent a significant evolution in naval warfare, particularly concerning their armament and weapon systems. Originally designed with a focus on land attack missions, these vessels were equipped with two 150mm advanced gun systems. Each AGS was capable of firing the long-range land attack projectile up to 63 nautical miles, providing precise naval gunfire support. However, the prohibitive cost of LRLAP rounds, estimated between $800,000 and $1 million per shell, led to the suspension of this ammunition line, rendering the AGS non-operational. In response to this challenge, the US Navy initiated a retrofit program to enhance the Zumwalt-class's strike capabilities. Starting in August 2023, the lead ship USS Zumwalt underwent modifications in the Ingalls shipbuilding yard in Pascagoula, Mississippi. This overhaul involved the removal of the AGS turrets and the installation of missile tubes designed to house the conventional prompt strike hypersonic weapon system. Each Zumwalt-class destroyer is slated to be equipped with 4 missile tubes, each capable of holding 3 CPS missiles, totaling 12 hypersonic weapons per ship. Beyond the hypersonic missile integration, the Zumwalt-class maintains a robust suite of weaponry. The ships feature 80 peripheral vertical launch system shells, capable of deploying a variety of missiles, including BGM-109 Tomahawk, RIM-162 Evolved Sea Sparrow missiles, and RUM-139 vertical launch anti-submarine rockets. For close-in defense, the Zumwalt-class is equipped with 2 30mm Mark 46 Mod 2 gun weapon systems, providing protection against small boat threats and aerial targets. Additionally, the ship's aviation facilities support the deployment of up to 2 MH-60R Seahawk helicopters, or a combination of 1 MH-60R and 3 vertical takeoff unmanned aerial vehicles, enhancing its reconnaissance and anti-submarine warfare capabilities. The Zumwalt-class destroyer program has been plagued by massive cost overruns, technical challenges, and shifting strategic priorities, making it one of the most controversial naval procurement projects in modern history. Originally envisioned as a 32-ship fleet that would introduce next-generation stealth and firepower into the US Navy, the Zumwalt-class quickly became too expensive to justify mass production. As development costs soared, the Navy was forced to scale back the program, first to 24 ships, then to 7, and ultimately to just 3 vessels: USS Zumwalt, USS Michael Monsoor, and USS Lyndon B. Johnson. The total cost of the program ballooned to $24.5 billion, with an average cost per ship exceeding $8 billion. When adjusted for 2025 inflation, this figure approaches $9 billion per destroyer, making the Zumwalt-class one of the most expensive non-aircraft carrier warships ever built. This staggering price tag is largely due to the ship's unconventional design, cutting-edge technologies, and multiple costly setbacks during development. One of the most glaring issues was the advanced gun system, which was meant to provide naval gunfire support with precision-guided munitions. The system required the long-range land attack projectile, capable of striking targets up to 63 nautical miles away. However, due to high development costs and the Navy's reduction of Zumwalt-class ships, the price per round skyrocketed to between $800,000 and $1 million, making sustained fire support economically unfeasible. As a result, the LRLAP program was cancelled, leaving the Zumwalt-class with 2 massive, inoperable 150mm guns that have since been slated for removal. Another major shortcoming is the ship's limited missile capacity compared to traditional destroyers. While the Zumwalt was designed to feature 80 peripheral vertical launch system cells, Arleigh Burke-class destroyers carry 96 missile cells at a significantly lower cost. This discrepancy raises concerns about whether the Zumwalt-class can justify its high price tag when existing destroyers already provide comparable firepower. Additionally, the tumblehome hull design, while enhancing stealth, has raised concerns about stability in rough seas, as some experts believe that the ship could be vulnerable to excessive roll in high waves, potentially affecting its combat effectiveness. This concludes our episode that provides a glimpse into the formidable Zumwalt-class destroyers. So what do you think about these awe-inspiring ships? How effective do you think they are? And what other pieces of military hardware would you like us to cover in our future episodes? Also, if you were lucky enough to see one of these ships, please comment. Remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell to stay updated with our latest content. And while you're here, why not check out another one of our exciting videos? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.